right, everyone. Morning. I'll just make it up. How's it going, Stacey?
Aye, all right. How's it, everyone?
See that Chris Jacks just posted. The pitch looks pretty rotten. Pretty
does
heavy,
it?
man. You can see it's shiny in places. Well, same for both teams. That's the way I look at it. Aye. So, do you know what I want to start with? Do you know somebody that I forgot to talk about? I'll start with Alan. It goes Alan, John, Ali, Stacey. That's the way it looks at me. See, Diomande,
Right.
he's just coming along quite quietly, isn't he, Alan?
Aye, he does his job. He makes good runs. He's brilliant at passing. He always seems to get himself in a good goal scoring opportunity as well. You know, he gets into the spaces to get the shot away, whether that's outside the box or maybe making runs into the box. He's certainly noticed obviously the kind of fair players like Gasman and all that more, but Diomande, he's doing a solid job, and he's also very important to the team overall.
Because John, I was just thinking today, like, Diomande, because he was a sending off candidate a lot of the time and stupid, but he's Danny's done something, hasn't he, with all of them?
I think he's improved. I think everybody's improved. Maybe one or two could improve a wee bit more. You know, like Asgard, I think, is a frustration for me. But Diomande's ticking along. He's coming into a good bit of form. I think at the right time of the season with a lot of the big games coming up.
Yeah, and Ali, the thing is, it's another one as well. It's before this game started. See if this game was before the the cup, the transfer window. I would still have us down as winning this tonight without the 4 new players, just because of Danny's got the belief in the players.
Absolutely. I mean, getting back to Diomande, maybe it's just my nature. I've always rated him. He's been asked to do a job. He's come on. He's either assisted or he's scored, and I certainly rate him. You know, I don't, but that's just me. But no, I think I was talking to a mate at the gym today about obviously tonight and that, and I said, you know, I genuinely I don't fear it. Before I used to go oh my God, I genuinely don't fear it, and that's without obviously having like. I was going to say Nardini's at the ice cream.
The large £65 for an ice cream.
I generally think in Romans, I generally think out the 4 new additions, they've just strengthened it. But as you say, the mentality they've got now, I'm saying, I'll not give a prediction, but yes.
I will do that at the end. Stacey, it's just nice, isn't it? We can talk with this.
Well, definitely. I think Diomande, especially with the new guys coming in, I think it's gave them a wee rocket up the backside to hold on, my place is actually under threat here. I don't think we really had much that he's probably looking behind him going, well, there's no much there to challenge me, whereas now that's different, isn't it?
And Alan, something as well. I think Diomande, because he missed out in the last, whatever his home nation is, I can't remember. He's not made the World Cup squad, didn't he not? I get dropped. So there'll still be hope for him to get to the World Cup, surely, because the World Cup squads are probably got the final pool's probably got a bit to go yet. So there's that as well, and that's probably a few other players like that as well.
I imagine he will be. He'll be looking to get to the World Cup. So he's, to get there, he needs to perform, and I think, as obviously we were saying, the new players coming in, they're all pushing each other, and it's competition is good. It helps the squad to improve overall, and it's a good headache for the manager to have.
It is. And John, well, you know what was good today? The gaffer said, was it yesterday, whenever the presser was, or the day before, whatever it is your time is, that he felt the team weren't aggressive enough, or weren't I don't know if too much respect is the right words, but he said, look, we needed a bit more in your face, and that was nice to see.
Aye. I think sometimes we get into games and we sort of, I'm not saying, but we sort of give the other team a wee bit too much respect. Instead of just going out and going, you know what, we're Rangers, we're going to win this league, we're the top team, we're just going to come at you and absolutely make your life difficult from the first minute to the last minute.
Yep.
And that's the way we should be playing,
Absolutely, Ali. That's it, isn't it? It's just it's like John said something. We are Rangers, so it's time to get back to that attitude. Let's
you see it. You see it in their eyes now. I mean that's the difference. I mean you see it as in the touchline. You see Zanny. He just and whatever team chat has at half time, they just. I think the first quarter of the season, looks at statistics. The last time Rangers did this, the last time Rangers did that. We're breaking new records, not good records. And I think just, get it out the road. You can genuinely see now, and you've talked about the shirt being too heavy, you can genuinely see now. And I think the biggest thing I notice is the bond between, they all laugh at each other on the training pitch. When the match, when someone scores, they all come up to each other, the goal scorer, and there's a genuine, and I think they've just gelled now. Whereas before it was like the hot potato. No, you take it, and it was just panic.
Stacey, it's just good, isn't it?
Oh, definitely. Do you know, as you're saying that we are Rangers, that needs to come back. We need to be like Hibs were the other night, getting the tackles in. There was a few nasty wee tackles, but when was the last time we had a team that, when we were winning or whatever, or that final tackle, or I'm not saying you're going to injure other players, but somebody's taking the mick at you're going to kick them.
Oh, really? Exactly. It's just like, again, that's just a good way to put it. We are Rangers. And that was the attitude during 9 in a row and all that. We didn't care. It was like, no, this is every game, even like away at Motherwell and stuff like that, it was almost, the attitude was the same as it was in a home match. It was, we are the boss here.
Yeah.
Aye, definitely. It says we should be going to win every single game. We should be the ones that are pushing the game. We take the game to them. We dictate the game. We control it. We control the narrative, as you like. We go out and do what we can to win the games, and you say win our games and we're champs.
And that's a brilliant thing, John, isn't it? We wanted Hibs to win last night. Then towards the end of the game, it was nothing. I got up for it. I didn't set my alarm for it, but I woke up and I thought I'll watch it. But Hearts, you got to hand it. Hearts, that was another big game. You thought they might slip up here, and they didn't, and they ground it out. So you're like that. I mean, I've kind of thought they'll fade, but as every game goes by, they're rightly. And you see Derek Ferguson, Derek McInnes at the end, to the Hibs fans up there on you lot. I thought that was quite funny, to be fair.
They're staying the course, you know what I mean? They've been up that. It's a hard thing to do, lead for the front, right at the start of the season and keep it going all the way through to the end. So you got to give them a credit. And McInnes, I saw his interview, and he was saying that they're the only unbeaten team at home this season in the league. So it's obviously a hard place to go and pick up victories. So that'll be one of your games after the split. I've kind of had a look at it. My verdict is we'll have 2 away games at the split, and the 2 of them will be Celtic and Hearts.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I've never paid much attention to that split. So does that mean? I thought you still played. It was 2 away and 2 homes, or can it be 3 aways in one home?
You got to. I think they try and balance it that you play so many home games, so many away games. But if you look at who we've played, because come the weekend we'll have played 2 home games against Hearts and 1 away. So I'm just.
Oh, okay.
I'm looking at the one in the split will be at Tynecastle, and the one against Celtic is obviously going to be at Parkhead. So that'll be our 2 away games.
Okay, I'm not that bothered about that. As long as it's 2 and 2, that's fine. That's just the way the cookie crumbles.
Yeah.
But Ali, another one for me is Adman. Look, we've got the 4 new lads, but Adman, all right, he's only played 1 game, and I think he won the second half. The first one he came on and he played well. And that to me is almost like it's a sort of a roundabout new signing in a roundabout way. And I wonder, see his injury, whether that was maybe I don't want to say mental health, but maybe it wasn't he settling there. So Rangers said, look, take a time out, get the family here, find your feet, even go back to his home country for a week, on the quiet, and just stay on the treadmill and all that. I think that's possibly what happened. Because in the fact he was allowed to do an interview as well after the game, you don't give that to a guy who's maybe a bit, a bit unsettled, shall we say.
I loved his interview. I watched a clip of it, and he turned right and he said, you know, I've not had the best start. He didn't lie. He was transparent. He said, I was injured as well. He says, but. And he didn't look nervous. He's been honest. As far as I'm concerned, the guy has been honest. But I think at the weekend, and again, it all goes back to this, players can't play. But once you get the service, I mean, he's up the side. I don't go positions. I just see up the side.
That's fine.
Up the side. He crossed the ball, Najeri, bam, back in net, and that's it.
Aye, because Stacey, I think some fans are a bit funny with him. He has had a good start, but see the way his feet work, it's a bit different, and that's sugary. It looks unorthodox. I think that's maybe a word, and it might take us a wee bit of getting used to the way he does the game. He maybe cuts in a bit inside a wee bit too much, but then again, he's probably told to do that.
I think his interview, he was up front and honest, wasn't he? Like as you say, I watched it today, and I don't know how I missed that one. And he said that, and like when they were saying about, do you prefer the left and right? And I actually quite liked. He was like, "No, I'll play where I play, left or right." And like you say, he was up front and said, "No, the Rangers fans haven't seen the best of me."
Good.
So it was good to see. So yeah, hopefully, and I think it has been a bit of a mental health thing because he did talk about that in his interview as well, which I think is quite brave of him considering the stigma with men and mental health. Fair play to the boy to actually. You see,
sorry, Stacey, I'm terrible. Alan, the thing is, here I'm pretty sure in their contract it says, look, you've got to do X amount of interviews and all that, but at the same time they can still say no. So he said, Rangers have said, look, do you want to do the post-match press? And Alan, he said, aye. That itself's a big deal because that's not easy for everyone. Even though they're media trained, it's still, especially with us as supporters who can be we're a bit cruel at times, let's be honest.
It's good to see that he's had the confidence to go in front of the cameras and answer the questions to the press, which obviously if he has been struggling, then that would have been hard, but he's got up and he's done it, so fair play to him. I thought as well at the weekend when Tavernier came off, he went to right back. So it's like he can play on the wing, but he can also play that kind of wing back role as well. He looks as if he could play him in a few different positions, and he'll be good. Which is, and I think that's also the way they're maybe coaching them. Like you play here, play there, play there. So they'll have maybe 3 or 4 positions each that they can play.
Aye. The thing is, John, you know as well, you coach football at a decent level. You can't just play one position nowadays, though, can't you? Because I remember when I was in Holland, lived in Holland for 4 years, my mate Maurice, he's my Feyenoord mate, his kids are good, and he said for 1 year, they play, if they're a left winger, for 1 season, they play right back, no matter what, just to learn. I mean, that was 20 years ago, that might have changed, but that was a thing they did. You played a year as a nipper, and a kind of opposite position and off your strongest foot. And nowadays I've got to do that. And
I think some of them I generally find that the ones that don't play different positions are your nines, your strikers. That's what they really know. I mean, you wouldn't put Chermiti on the right wing or the left wing. You know what I mean? Albeit you find them out there most of the game. You wouldn't.
Milski centre half.
You know what I mean? But I get what you're saying. That your wingers should be. They should be. They should be able to defend. They should be tracking back and picking the opposite wing back up. So in a sense, they should be defending as well, be able to defend a little bit. But I think Danny Rose, what he's doing is he's swapping them from side to side. You know what I mean? He's not like pigeonholing players and saying like you're just a left winger and you're just a right winger. He swaps Gassama left to right, and he's doing the same with Antman. So I think there's a bit of a method in there with him. What he's wanting to do.
We've got options now, big options, because I felt on, again, I know it's Queen's Park, but it doesn't matter. We won 8-0, but we're supposed to win 8-0 against a team like that, knowing a 1-0 nail biter. But that was it. And I mean, it was Sunday, wasn't it? I thought at one point we played about 3 different formations. It was 4-3-3, then it was 4-2-2 and 2 and stuff like that. It was just great, Ali, that we've got. It keeps us second guessing.
And that's the thing. Someone put group chat with team site. That's the thing. See if you can, like, you're playing a team like something and they're thinking, right, they're going to do this. You know, they may watch us, and then suddenly we switch up like, shit, they're not doing that. They're doing this. And it'll confuse them. Like what John was saying about you're playing different positions. Here's a classic example. Fernandez, a defender scoring goals.
I know.
He's like player of the month or something like, you know. So no, and if you're going to eventually get moved on to a team, if you can say to your new team, well, I can play X, Y, and Z, it can only stand you good said. But no, I think I genuinely think that's what's exciting now about Rangers. It's not like we're playing the same formation. It's when we get substitutes on, right, you switch that, and it's suddenly like.
I know. And Stacey, and also, if it makes it hard for, well, we're not football managers as in a profession, but it makes it harder for the Motherwells and Hearts at the weekend, you know, what are they going to do?
That's the thing. Like, you would automatically think tonight that it'll probably be more defensive than anything, but you don't know with Danny. Like, if he's got us guessing, the manager's going to be the same. But though, I will dispute your striker at centre-back theory there, Frankie. Big Jig played at centre-back for us.
He played forward, didn't he, though? But Jig wasn't a striker, though, was he? Jig was a 10, wasn't he? But I know you're right. I mean, Haley played Derek Johnson as well, John. You remember? Because when I came back and started watching Rangers as a kid, DJ had drifted towards centre-half.
Yeah.
Aye. But Alan, do you know what I like? It's just for big, and we can see what Danny wants for big. Because I think Ant-Man's not small, is he? I actually don't know what height's Ant-Man, but Alan, that's what I like. I'm going to think. Oh, wait, team, hang on. I think it is. Oh, I've got that. Right, give me 1 second. I think it is. Come on. Starting 11, right? Now we're that strip again. Right, you ready? Butland, Tav, Skipper, Suter, Deja, Magoma, Chutwani, Raskin, Diomande, Gassama, Mursamiti. Wait a minute. Hang on. That's caught me out, right? Hang on, right? Start again. Butland, Tav, Suter, Deja, Magoma, Chutwani. Right, there's a new signing. Raskin, Diomande, Gassama, Moore, Chermiti. All right. Subs, Kelly, Fernandez, Romans, Sterling, Asgard, Ant-Man, Olsen, Nadiri, Miovski. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, he's caught us all out, hasn't he?
I would say he's defending and keeping them for Hearts for the weekend.
I don't know. I just it's the options. I'm just posting it on the page.
It's
could be.
No,
I
thought it.
Again, who are we to question them? He's got it right so far. And do you know what? The night's probably going to be one of the 1-0.
Aye.
It's not going to be a 5-6.
Aye. Right, I know. I'm here. I'm just post the story. There we go. Aye, John, I didn't see that card. Alan, what do you think about that?
It's still a strong team. I mean, he's obviously he's going to want to use his squad. He has said that the quality of the squad has improved. So these guys are going to want minutes as well. And he said before as well, all his players are at 100% level basically. And if when you want to win the titles, you need your players at that level. So, and if you're not playing them, you've got to rotate the squad. And different teams you've got maybe have a different approach, and certain players will fit that approach better. So I'm happy. It's still a strong team.
And John, it's just the bench that's brilliant. That bench, man.
The bench is. It's been a long time since Rangers have had a bench like that. You know, the depth, what depth, and that's. I look at all the other teams in the league, and I don't see the depth. I don't see them having the same depth. You know, I know Hearts have got a wee bit of depth, but they've got a certain type of player that's a bit. I'm no sort of disrespect to them, but they've got a lesser quality of player that we've got. I think. Our bench now is just, it's unbelievable. From where we were at the start of the season, what we had on the bench to what we've got now.
That's true, actually.
See, Ali, Alison, this is a good comment, but Alan there, the second half is just
I think he'll definitely make subs. I think it'll be 3 points up the road, Hearts. Because after, I'll tell you something now, and I put it in group chat last night. After last night's Hearts Hibs game, Danny, when watching Hearts last night, he'll have a game plan already. I know we've got tonight. He'll have a game plan for Sunday, and I think that's probably why he's doing the team tonight like he's doing.
Stacey, how do you feel about it? I mean, I've kind of settled down now because I just didn't quite. Like the comment where I thought Nadira would have started. I think that's the one that's kind of jumping out for me. And you're like, but no.
Yeah,
Still, Chibiti.
Do you know what? Chibiti was doing all right, but at first there when you announced it, and I'm like, I don't know how I feel about that. But John's right with that bench, tired legs. With Alan that made the comments.
Bench is almost stronger than the team.
Bring the Dairy on, bring the rest of them on.
And I'm just thinking, Alan, here, Motherwell will look at that and go, I didn't see that coming. And they might that might change their game plan completely, and they might think, right, go at them right away, and then they might try the 10-man defence thing. That's the beauty of the game, though. You've thrown a spanner into the Motherwell manager's mindset.
You just don't know. There doesn't seem to be any kind of settled 11. You just don't know what team he's going to play. But I think he's got fast players there with Gassama, Moore, Chermiti. You'd like to think that they're going to move Motherwell, try and move them from side to side, tire them out, and then in second half when they're starting to get tired, you can throw guys like Miovski and Olsen and Robbins, who are, they'll cause some damage hopefully against the tired legs.
And we were talking beforehand, John Diamandi in there. This is a game for him, isn't it?
This will be a right up his street, I think. I think it's going to be. I'm really looking forward to this game because I think it's going to be. I think there'll be a few goals in it as well. I don't think it'll be a tight game. I think it's going to be pretty open, and I just hope that we can sort of cash in at the top end of the pitch. And the fact that Mikey Moore's starting, I think he'll just be given the free roll just to go wherever he wants. Make things happen.
I know that's the thing, Ali. It's like we've said, the depth of the squad there, like Romans, Sterling, Asgard, Ant-Man, Olsen, Nadiri, Miovski. That's brilliant, man.
I know. It's John
Fernandez as well.
I know. And obviously Fernandez will have, but two of them have their injuries sort of thing. That obviously you'll know it, put them on in the very, very beginning. But I mean, it's went from being like having a bare thread squad to like one of them get injured, like you had no backup. You're literally like, God, he's injured now, and playing a really weak team in the past. And now, like, gee, I mean, look at that bench. It's like Jesus.
I know. I mean, that just, Stacey, this is, the more, again, like you've said, the more I think about it, it's actually a brilliant starting 11 for the bigger picture, because Danny said he doesn't see them as subs. He's maybe just using modern terminology. He sees them as, obviously, he used some kind of word. They're not subs, it's part of the game plan or something like that. Yeah. But I can't remember what he said. I had it in my head before I started talking, but you know what I mean?
I think... Well, what you're saying, the forwards that we've got on the bench, that is defence's worst nightmare when you're getting tired. I can't remember who said it on a podcast the other night, that for a player and you went side to side, it might have been Hutton actually. There's nothing worse than looking up at the bench, seeing a player go off and you're like, yes, thank God, to see who's replacing him. You're like,
I know, that is brilliant, Alan, isn't it? It's just... Because what I felt about, I said it this morning in my wee chat, Rangers' defence is still, I probably know this defence won't be the same in the start of the summer, right, okay? But the fact is we've got goals, there's goal threats all over that team from the starting 11 to the bench. That's just a nice feeling in this day and age now. Motherwell will score the night, I think.
You talk about the defence, but we've actually got the best defensive record in the league.
I know.
So for all the fact that we do look weak at times defensively, we're still not letting in a lot of goals. So that's quite encouraging. We're just they're doing their job, and they've got Butland behind them who's doing his job, apart from the odd howler the other week. But other than that, we've not been conceding a lot of goals, and that's what you've got to score more than the opponent to win, don't you? So we've got loads of good goal scoring players there. So here's hoping we're going to score a few tonight.
That's the thing, John. But I think we have been a bit lucky at the back. It carried luck, but do you know what? You need luck to win trophies, whether it's a knockout trophy or a league, and that's we're getting it, and we're due it.
Absolutely. We'll have carried a wee bit of luck at the back, but I think we need to. I think the way we are set up now is we'll defend for the front. It's. Your striker should be your first defender, and your goalkeeper's your first attacker, really, to start things off if we're going to play it for the back.
Very good, isn't it? Aye. And the thing is, although because I actually had a feeling, I thought Miovski would have started, but he hasn't. The thing about Miovski, if he comes on, he might come on as a 3 substitute with, let's say, Adman and Olsen coming on. That's just, think about that he can change that front 3, call it a front 3, and it's just you can argue whether it's a stronger front 3 that would come on, but with Adman and Olsen bringing Miovski on, they're the 2 kind of players that supply Miovski that get in behind.
Well, you saw against Queen's Park. I mean, that's exactly what happened with Queen's Park. I mean, it's like more or less when Miovski gets scored, like they all the kind of goal scorers that we can were up to the person that supply the ball basically, and kind of like said thanks for that. But no, getting back to what John was saying about the defence, the night time I watched the match, I was like, and it's just skimming behind the net. You're like, Jesus, I was like, no, but no, I think that actually looking at the team now, it's sort of in there. It's another one of these. But it's good team.
This comment: when Tav leaves in the summer, Tav won't leave in the summer. He'll get another season, I think. Just as a squad player. Well, I'm sorry, I don't know if you've been watching, but Tav doesn't take all that. It's spread out. I mean, there's 3 or 4 of them taking corners now from Agoma. I think Chipwani's taking them. No, that's not a thing anymore. And that's it, Stacey. The set pieces, and we're forgetting about Fernandez coming on possibly as well, 6'27", big defender there. I'm guessing he's not starting because he's still maybe a wee bit, maybe not quite 100%.
No, I don't think he's 100% yet. But do you know what? The variation in the set pieces now, and see, come to the end of the season, I think this set piece coach is going to be the signing of the summer, the whole season, because the difference now is just night and day. So it's definitely exciting to see all the different. It was getting boring for a while there. Tav throw in Tav. It's good that, and again, it's second guessing the defenders of the team now as well.
I know, because that's it, Alan. Because when we get a corner or something within the 30 yards of the penalty box, they're like, God, what are they going to do here? And we're I mean, who's all on there? Termite is about 70 foot tall. It's just good. It makes it easy to do these podcasts because we don't know what they're going to do. I'm spitting all over my flipping keyboard, but it's just so how do you see this going, Alan? What's your sitting here now that there's been 5 minutes since the team's come out?
I said that I think it'll be 2-0 tonight. I think it will be quite tight at first, but I think the game will open up. You'd expect Motherwell being at home, you'd expect them to kind of want to go and impress again in front of their fans. So I don't think they'll be as defensively organised maybe as much as they were at Ibrox. I think they will come out and have a bit more of a go at us. So I think if we sit tight, let them tire themselves out, and then, I think 2-0. I'm going to say 2-0. That's what I think it will be, but hopefully it'll be more.
I will do I was going to do the final.
I'll need to change my score now.
That's it. You're cheating, man. You're
one of us is going to get it right. Out of 5, one of us is going to get it right.
But John, we were saying in the group chat earlier on, it's no Real Madrid we're playing. That's the thing now. But the thing about Motherwell, they will come out with an goal. So I've kind of compared it to European game. I'm not saying they're a European like, well, they are playing good football. But the fact they're going to play football, that leaves them open to us. And if they try and do anything different, they'll be like, we'll punish them.
Aye. I think you look at Motherwell as well, right? Nobody's really gave them a big defeat. You know, like a couple of goals in the game, and I think it's going to come tonight. I think we're going to beat them 3-1 tonight. I think we'll.
My second prediction.
We're getting quick, Ali.
We've still got a bit of chat to go. Stop giving your results up, man. Aye. That guy said the team's shite. You could just ban him. I
knew you were going to ban him. That's what was laughing at.
I can't. Not. And it's his company website that he's actually messaged me to post it before. Can you post a link to my thing? I hardly do that. But it's not really a strange lineup. That's a strong lineup.
Yeah.
Aye. So Ali, how do you go, Ali?
I think I'm sort of not digressing. Getting back to our bench. Bearing in mind, let's throw in at the picture when Barron comes back and big Cornelius, we'll get them as well. You know, he's coming obviously he's getting managed injured just out, and we get young Connor Barron, who obviously he's got so many great players to add in the mix as well, which makes it even more. I mean, just when that the only reason why I said that was that chap said about who's going to take corners. Well, Barron takes crack corners, and obviously But tonight I think I think.
No, don't say you're
I'm not going to say my score. I'm just predicting it. My mate and I were chatting at the gym today, and he says, "Oh, Motherwell, blah blah blah. No one's really beating them, blah. You have it hard." And I'm like, "No. I think we'll do okay. I think we'll defend, and then I think we'll hit them with it."
Aye. And Stacey Chotwani, let's talk about him, man. And I can remember looking at the time clock when he took the shot the other night. There was a shot in the first half of the night. It went it went quite over the bar, but it was first time, and to get the strike off was like, wait a minute here, man. And he'd scored in the second half. Chotwani's one. I don't think he's a flair player, so to speak, but he's going to be very important for us.
He's going to be a Steve Davis type, I think. Silent assassin, just go about his business professionally. Scored a few goals, but as you say, nobody will be screaming about him, I don't think. But he's definitely exciting. Something different in that midfield as well. Even though I was raging at him for scoring because he burst my bet builder.
There's a good point. There's a good point there. Yeah, Toure type player. Yes, Alan. That's quite a good sort of player. He'll probably not win man of the match or anything like that ever, but he'll never be below like 7.5 or something like that.
I think he's a big, strong player. He's a type. He's a guy that's going to win you balls in the middle of the park. You know, he's put him up. McGregor looks like a wee weakling compared to Chotwani. He's seen how powerful he is running forward. He can take a shot. He'll chase back and he'll win the ball back for you as well. I think he does look like a kind of all-round big, strong midfielder, which we need to boss the midfield. And I think he's one of the players that will help us do that.
John Chotwani, something you would like in your team, would you not? You're under 23s.
Aye, strong. Just as he goes about his business. He's always in the sort of thick of the action. I remember when he played against us, and he had a really good game against us when we played them in Europe. We've been needing somebody in there that's got the build and is physical. Strong running, he won't sort of wilt in games. He'll always be there. And like Alan says, you're not going to. A lot of people won't notice him. He'll do a lot of work that you don't see. So a lot of the dirty work.
So him and Diamandi on there doing that kind of that mopping up sort of type thing, putting the football, passing it. I mean, I know we all hated him, but Scott Brown was like that, because I remember I was out with Dougie Emery. He was a Hamilton player. He's one of my best mates, and it was a Scotland England game, and Dougie was out with us. Dougie's a die-hard Bear, and Scott Brown, he came in and he says, "Listen, Scott Brown's a brilliant player. What he does, he goes and gets the ball and passes it to somebody." you know, and I think he's quite good pals with Bruni, as he called him. But this one, I'm shocked that lineup, but I'm not shocked. What are you shocked at? I don't understand this. We're not managing players for Sunday. Danny thinks that's a team that can go out and win. But Motherwell, it's fuck. A question on line that.
Still my buzz.
Don't want fuck off. I want you off you go. I can't, but I know. But Ali, it's what's I going to say? Right, listen, right, we'll do because I'm just going to end up banning more people. So we'll go with the predictions now, right? Ali, we'll start with you then.
Okay, I'll say 3-0 then. I was going to say 2-0 then 3-1. 3-0.
Stace?
I'm going 2-1.
That's mine as well. I'm going 2-1 as well. 2-1 as well. Alan?
2-0.
Right. John, what's yours, sir?
3-1.
3-1, bro. Aye. So it's like, I quite people saying that it's a bad team and all that. It's not. Yeah. Danny's not let us down once with a team selection, has he?
Manager of the month. Manager of the month.
There we go, Alan. There we go. Right, listen, I'll knock this in the head, let's say, and also I'm absolutely busting for the toilet. Right. Thanks for all joining in and all that. And I probably won't make it up for an after match thing, but I might. All right.
All right, guys.
Everyone.
Enjoy the game. Yes.